Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be trying out some historic Brawl, and we're trying to take down Rusko. So Rusko Clockmaker has been a very annoying card since its introduction to the historic Brawl format. A lot of people have been complaining on Reddit, various channels. We did a video on the top win rate historic Brawl decks. Rusko was something like 75%. So it's basically a deck that's just Dimir, bunch of counter spells, bunch of removal spells. Just not fun to play against. So we're playing a deck with Domri and Arcabolus as our commander. Going to start off with this to see, but it might be better served as another. But the thought here is +1, your creature spells can't be countered. A whole bunch of can't be countered type effects like Chandra, Ceratops, Toski, all kind of mixed into there. A bunch of cheap creatures on curve, some cheap interaction in terms of like Molten Impact methods, Obliterating Bolt, Strangle, card advantage with like Ambergris, Lelia, anti-life gain with the Rampaging Ferocidons, Cabaretti Revels lets us Cascade. We got like Graveyard Hate mixed into there, a bunch of powerful Planeswalkers, and then most importantly, Carney T. Any chance you get to play Carnage Tyrant in a deck is a deck that I'm happy with. We got some powerful artifacts on the top end as well. And then kind of the low-key card for Rusko can't counter is the defense grid. I'm going to give this one more. So I did 3 games before this that I was recording, and I played nothing against aggro mirrors. So I think it's actually Domri, which is putting us in the non-Rusko tier. My Halana and Elena deck that I usually have puts me in the higher tier. So I'm actually interested to see what the case is there, that we might need to switch the Planeswalker to something else in Gruul and see if that makes a difference. So we're against Niv Mizzet. While these cards are very nice in the matchup, I have no early aggression, and opponent goes first. We have a number of 2-drops in the deck. I'm also not guaranteed a 3rd land. I think we still keep. These cards are just so good in this matchup. Okay, so we got our land, so I can hopefully stomp on their end step. So Niv Mizzet Perrin can't be countered itself, and whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 damage, and whenever you cast an instant and sorcery, it is an infinite combo with Curiosity style effect. If you put a Curiosity on it, whenever it deals damage, you draw a card. Okay, so opponent's probably digging for lands here. I think we get Klothys going first. So we'll actually see, because maybe we do Revels, because they can have can't counter Legendary, where this on the stack is still a creature, so I would get the Cascade. Okay, so that resolves. Hopefully no bounce from them. Okay, good start. I can now Klothys here. I have Mephits, but it's not quite enough damage in here. Probably going to be playing a tap land this turn anyways, so let's lead with Klothys. Roberto. So they need to decide here. This is the nice thing with Revels, is it basically gives me a 2-for-1 for creatures here. Should have played the land out. I imagine this is not a long-lasting Robber of the Rich here. See a Braid come down. Play this out. Next turn, we have a couple options. We'll probably see Niv get slimed here. Niv will be able to do a pretty good job of controlling my board. Interesting. So no Niv here. Let's start eating their removal. I think I'm going to start with... So I only have access to 5 mana, so I think we we just do the Bone Crusher this turn. Because this will at least guarantee me a second spell out. We have Voltaic Brawler. And now my Clothis is online. Okay, they just deluge here, so I'm going to get through some damage. We're going to get carried by this Revels this game, hopefully. Now, they could have something like Anger of the Gods, a 3-mana sweeper. But we just chunked them for a good amount of damage here. Next turn, I can go Domri. I basically want to save this Seasoned Pyromancer so I can draw cards. I don't want to be throwing away cards. Guess we see Dragon Horde in here. They have the sweeper. We'll eat the Memory Deluge. Now, I want to play out something pre-combat. The reason being is if they interact with one of these, I don't want to lose Devotion off Clothis. Also, Domri serves as extra mana, or extra power with its like Lord style effect. I think here I am going to go Stormseeker. It gets me another body. Okay, it tails end my trigger, so that was something that we were playing around an earlier turn. And they're dead. Turn 6 lethal, and that was through 2 counter spells, just no, and 1 removal. They had the Abrade. Revel's giving us multiple bodies. It was actually, could have been right for them to tails end the haste trigger there. The fact we were able to get those 3 points of damage. Now, we do have a lot of haste in the deck. Okay, so this one is probably going to be a little bit tougher of a matchup going against Giada. They're going to be, oh, you know what's really good against Angels? And we got the Revels. We don't have the land. Let's try. We believe in the land. Give me a forest. Forest. Forest one time. Okay. It's not quite a forest. Gotta love how every card in my hand, other than Ferocidon. Farmhand come down. Got the forest. I'm just gonna get Revels going first. Oh, that's so good. So good. Lelia is also nice. Low-key, this is actually really good because now I can use Vivian. This destroys creatures with flying. This could give me reach creatures. Giada come down. You gain no life, opponent. No life. Opponent's probably just there. So upset. 100 card format. They have the Ferocidon on curve. Mind you, they did get their Bishop of Wings, which is a nice draw there. If I do this, I only have access to 4 mana. So I think we go Vivian here. Plus, now they can make it unblockable. Let's just start making reach creatures. Chandra is a nice one off the top here. No attacks. Ferocidon's doing what it needs to do here. So I can downtick on probably Bishop of Wings. It is scary. Just in terms of... Okay, so that is a big one too. We draw a green source. I can Titan of Industry. So when it enters the battlefield and you cast an next creature spell, it enters with a flying or lifelink counter. Also somewhat relevant. So I can cast this, but I don't really have much to get off the second one. Both this is a big body. Still not great. They can make it unblockable, which is also a thing. The problem is this can also, if I minus here, can also deal with it, which is kind of annoying. I could Domri fight. So Domri here leaves me with 4 mana, 3 mana. So I think what we do is play this out. You fight you. I need to get the protection off the battlefield here. Make another reach creature. I'm going to take some damage here. So we'll do these two. That'll give me some treasure. And we'll just pass the turn. These now can trade with the champion, which is nice. I have my land on top, which will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so God's Willing does come down because it's pro-green. So it is going to be able to take out my Vivian monsters here. However, I will be able to go Titan of Industry if I like. We do have the option. Okay, so Baneslayer is terrifying. 8/8. We will just get rid of. If they're playing Fable Passage, they might have a way to get it. Oh, I forgot that one gives mana, but in any case, that's got to shoot down this Baneslayer Angel. We're going to start there. They get a 1/1 Spirit, but I'm not too worried about it. Ping them some damage there. Access to 4 mana here. So we'll cast this Chandra. Get a treasure token. Chandra take down champion. Okay, so they do have. We're going to just do a chunk here. Ooh, okay, so that's actually a little loose because they could have attacked with their 3 flyers and taken one of my planeswalkers off. I have quite a bit of advantage with these now, just in terms of dealing with more creatures, stuff like that. All right, we bet the life gain. That match was actually heavily leveraged by the fact we hit that Ferocidon early. The Planeswalker package. Come on, Rusko. Where is Rusko on this ladder? I think we might need to switch Domri. We'll lead on Forest here. We can go Quirion Beastcaller into Yavimaya Iconist. Opponent is milling aggressively. This might just be a concede on their part. Broker's Hideout. So they might be playing a bunch of these kind of fetch style lands and then the one that gets you to rebuy. So we'll go Beastcaller on 2. One of the better plays we can do. Hopefully no removal. Okay, Signet. They could still have removal, but paste here. 6 spot. We got to get to them before they get Zakama out. Oracle is pretty scary, all things considered. So I think we're going to go Domri here. While we don't get the haste out of the Yavimaya, it is just another body. It makes this up to 5 power, because then next turn I can henge. I can henge or also look to potentially, if we hit a land, go Vorinclex. We just got to get under Zakama. Okay, so they can play a lot of lands off the top of their library, which is scary. I'm a little... So Zakama's 9 mana, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, why are you untapped? Or tapped? So I think here... I gotta just get them off. And I know that they can blow this up with Zakama. Don't think it matters. Well, they can block the Beast Caller. I think, whatever, it's fine. Distraction Henge. How many did I have? Guess 2. I probably should have just put it on Spellbreaker. If we could have got out either Vorinclex or Carnage Tyrant, we're in a better spot there, but I think they probably get this game now. Mind you, they can't gain life, but they can deal with my board or my henge. We'll see. Okay, deal 3. That seems wrong. Feel like once you cast Zakama, all you want to do is use Zakama. Okay, that seems very wrong. You would enter with 8. Not enough for Jukai. So they can blow up the henge here. And they get access to 3 life gained. So I'm still 1 short. And I can't float. So actually what I did wrong there was... It will just power up here. I needed to use the mana first. Let's just see if they mistakenly not gain life. Really, this line just cost us the game. Nope. They see it. Alright. I'm gonna switch Domri for a sec. I want to see if we switch out our Planeswalker, if we end up in a higher tier. Like, the deck's doing what we want it to do, but Alright. Let's try Minsc Boo in our walker spot and see if that makes a difference. I just want to go up against Rusko. I want to see how this match goes. As always, as much as you try, Minsc Boo is one of the higher rated Planeswalker companion or commanders. Alright, we're in the Fibblethip tier, whatever that looks like. Cindervine seems good. We'll keep. Just gonna lead on this. With Chandra out here against Mono Blue seems like something that's good. Be interesting. Might want to Cindervines on 2. We'll see what they come out with. I think I'm going to Cindervines on 2. I'd rather, like, I want to get 2 counters on this if possible. Let me see, Brawl. Brawl's a must-kill threat. So the opponent looks like they're probably on a heavy amount of counter spells. So this will be actually kind of cool. Ninja! Take you back to hand. Disallow my trigger. Alright. Well, now I'm triggered. It's fine. We'll do it again. So they had 2 kind of stifle effects in blue that could have dealt with it. The classic... Alright. Well, we're happy because we stuffed Mono Blue into a hole. Rusko one time. Alright, so here's the trick. If you never want to play Rusko, play a deck with a bunch of campy countered spells, and the algorithm just says no. I think it's fine. This is probably a terrible matchup, given they go wide, and we don't really have a clear way. Questing Beast might be able to get through blockers. We have a removal spell for the first casting of Chattergang. We need a couple lands here. Three, 2. This card's good, just weird standard environment right now that just really is impressive. The fact Cut Down exists. Just clean 1 mana answer for this. Make this green mana, play Squee. Try to become the go wide deck. Alright, good start. Because here, if they just go Chatters, I kill it, I think. And then that lets me chunk in another nice amount of damage. Shaper Sanctuary, another good card versus decks with heavy removal. So now if they target, all my stuff replaces itself. They're at least another turn away from casting Chatters, which means I get to go Questing Beast this turn. If we get a land, I can also Ceratops. But if we get a land, we probably go Minsc Boo. Okay, so they go Binding here. My Binding will let me draw a card here. We'll take that. Okay, so QB in the house. So now they're pretty far behind. They get a land here. Even if they have a sweeper, Minsc deals with them. I have 2 points of damage in my mana base. They're dead any way they look at it. They need a sweeper that also gains them life. Just interacting with them on curve was pretty good there. 2, 3, 4. You're thinking. I'm thinking you're dead. Do 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 do. Okay, you got Prosperous. Okay, you gain some life. But I will gladly draw cards, my friend. They could have a removal spell here. Does buy them another turn. Yeah, so they can't cast a non-creature spell here. The way their mana was situated, they could have had something, but this is the safest way. Now, any non-creature spell kills them. I have Minsc Boo, I have the Ceratops, I can get haste, I have the Ramanapa Ruins. So our kind of enchantment package coming in handy, even in these like kind of creature heavy, but things like Dreams, Steel, and Oil. The Grizzly Sigil was pretty cool, actually. Just dealing some damage. Okay, well, ended up coming in handy, but this Shaper Sanctuary drew us like 5 cards this game. Alright, last one. Will Rusko finally show up? He's been hiding. The Clockmaker. Fidgeting with his Rolex. Alright, Ral Storm Conduit. Generally like a tempo-y style deck. But this is probably a matchup where the Domri serves a little bit better. But being able to go 2 creatures, pretty solid. Because now I go Racketeer Boss here. I'm gonna go these 2 because it's a cast trigger, where this I'm gonna Ninja. I'm gonna Battlecry Goblin here. Now I could haste here. But I think I want to get Jukai into play. They could have like Tail's End here. Could be a removal spell. I guess both of these lines do expose me to removal spells. I think I want a land. Nah, not land. Because Questing Beast is a cast trigger, it'll get me some gas. If they're just replicating Ring here, I think my friend is dead. I'll save that because next turn I can do both of these. Battlecry gets me that going. This plays around a sweeper. Draw a card. Oh, that's actually really good. Racketeer into Squee, make a treasure, cast Reckless Stormseeker. We are very happy because we won. This was after they nerfed Racketeer. The stupid like life gain combo deck that was going around. Alright. Show me Rusko. Where is my buddy? Where is my friend? Gonti. Time kind of sucks. We'll try. The thing is, you don't really want to kill Gonti. Always turn one Thoughtseize. I think their plays actually get rid of Guardian Project. I'd assume they have more than their fair share of removal. They're just all the discard. Take the Obliterating Bolt. No, you take the Obliterating Bolt. Let's see if we could help them make their selection. Ah, you guessed wrong. Gotta love the 100 card. Have both the discard and the openers. Well, I don't love killing Gonti. Ooh, that's actually good. So I want another land here because I don't have a second green. Even if they make me discard, I think we just play this out. They know these cards. We have one unknown regardless. They know I would have gotten a land, so. Okay, so we're gonna just attack in here. The fact they didn't play Gonti suggests they have a removal spell. Okay, they go Contempt here. So their accruing card advantage, they are on somewhat of a clock, but not fast enough for my liking. Excuse me. We have Gonti that can come down, steal something from my deck. We don't have an obscene amount of 1-mana spells. Like, the worst thing for them to draw would be Strangle here. Now, I can Obliterating Bolt. I could Ranger's Class. I can Minsc Boo. The thing is with Minsc Boo, if they plus, get it regardless, so it's probably fine. I think we're just pushing face here. Because, like, if they want to trade their Gonti, they get another reset of it. But this isn't enough to kill that. They could have got something from my deck with haste. But this arena, I need to put pressure on them. And then with Carnage Tyrant, it'll be my big kind of top end. This Ranger's Class is good next turn because I can pump it as well. So I can do like Obliterating Bolt, Ranger's Class, pump, and do all that if needed. They could Gonti again, but I have an answer this time. And if they're just paying like 6 mana to draw a card off my deck, I'm fine with that. Not great value for them to kill this. I get it back again. It's kind of annoying. The Ranger's Class is definitely what you take here, I think. Okay. Look at this smug look. It's funny because it's like, I can't tell if it's a tattoo or paint, but from far it just looks like a comb over. We've gotten hit by 3 discard spells this game. Guardian Project would have been nice. Okay, so we have Rankle here. That's a great draw. So we can't white get that, but hit him for 8 this turn. I can minus next turn lethal. This is going to start threatening. I have Carney T in hand. Strangle is really useful, I find. Just a 1-mana answer to a lot of things in this format. A little bit more scalable than something like Fatal Push, where like we wouldn't have had a way to trigger Revolt in this matchup. Lets us get that going. But we got them from a couple different angles here. Also, if they just don't gain life, there's a natural clock with this arena. They're gonna have a hard, like, Invoke Despair deals with 3 of my things. They're still dead. This Coffers is actually kind of scary because they can invoke and have a kill spell. That kind of gets me, but even then, I Minsc here again. 1 mana short from doing that. Okay, Thragtusk that they stole from me. How dare you take my own card? So I can Ceratops here. Give this haste. So what's that creature's power? So we throw that here. This way everything trades with Thragtusk. That's 8 damage. I just throw at the face whatever's left. Now they could have something like March. No, just Heartless Act. They take 5, 8, and then I kill them by throwing something at them. They get a beast. Do you have the Fatal Push? Minsc Boo! Throwing hamsters for lethal. Alright. So we didn't run into Rusko. I tried. But the deck fared pretty well, all things considered. If you're looking for a historic Brawl deck that can play against creatures, play against control, has a bunch of tricky things, and just kind of painful elements for your opponent, definitely check out the same deck, kind of, but if you want to play Domri, Minsc Boo is probably a better commander, all things considered. Provides card advantage reoccurring. Domri helps bridge your deck a little bit more, but I like Minsc, I think, overall a little bit better. In any case, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great one, and stay safe out there.